Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back. We are here, week 4, Farmers Insurance Open, ready to go into round 3 of the Torrey Pines South Course. We are working to, obviously do as well as we can do. Really, my target, which is going to be a challenge right now, is to win an event. Preferably before the majors, so that for all the invitationals and stuff I can get in there. But let's jump into week 3 or round 3 here. Alright, wind is medium still, so I think pretty much similar to what we had in the second round, if I recall. Alright. So, we're kind of at that point where folks are not going to be teeing off ahead of us, because once you kind of get into the formal weekend, the way I understand it, you kind of are teeing off in order of how you stand at that point. Before I tee off, by the way, let me just remind you, the only thing I ask folks to please consider is drop a like and subscribe. So let's get going here. Ooh. A little more to the left. Oh boy. Well, we're out. We're not technically yet in the bunker. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Because we're kind of laying forward, and that tends to add a little bit of distance sometimes, so... Yep, curving around. Let's see what we can come up with. Kind of level, so maybe not that much, because we're going to have to go a little harder, but more than I thought. Kind of the same thing that happens every time, more than I thought. It's always more than I thought. Alright. A little cross breeze. Alright, wow, we got them all perfect. Nice rollout. Alright, and now we just need to get nearby. Little too weak. So let's see. Can we get close at least? Be nice if we could go in, but nope. Oh boy. And now that it goes that quickly to shooting for a bogey. That's all it takes. Just one mistake every time. One mistake every hole. And you're struggling. Alright. With the wind blowing at us, we might not clear the bunker. We didn't even get to the bunker. That's crazy. Alright, we're going to do this. Yeah, probably too much. I shouldn't have waited at all. I should have really just flipped it and been done. Alright, can't get rid of the flag, because I'm technically not on the greens, so it doesn't let you pull it off. And again, one mistake. And 2 mistakes. And hopefully this will not be a 3rd mistake. But now we are back to 34th. So this is what makes it a challenge to win. Because it still takes really, really solid golf. And it's hard to string it all together and do really, really well. Alright, we're going to be up in the air, so I'm going to back this off a bit. And we're going to pull this back too. Ooh, ooh. We still went really far. Wow. Okay, this is downhill too. So we try to hold on, but it's hard to do. Good solid shot. Might have been on track, but not quite enough to get there. Now we're down to 37. I'm heading in the wrong direction all the time, and that's going to be the make or break situation. Like, if I finally get to the point where I'm heading in the right direction consistently, I have a shot. But until then, I really don't. Alright, we should be okay. Alright, we are on. But we are a long, long way away. If it's going to move, it'll move a little bit to the left. More than that. Just challenging it. It was strong right where I was at. Oh no. Alright, well, we stayed on par. But yeah, I'd love to be able to put one away and just get some birdies, get several birdies in a row and work my way up. That would be glorious. Alright, I think we should be solidly on. We are. Rejected down the hill, though. So that, of course, means we're going to have a more challenging putt. Nope. Too far over. Should be okay. Alright. Oh, that was a birdie. They pulled us down. We're down to 19 over. I didn't realize. So that's good. It's always nice when you're just pleasantly surprised at a really good result. And up in the air. Maybe, whoops, a little bit long. Head over this way. Kind of straight, but not quite, but solid enough. Alright, it's the one I play with, and then I'm going to go over here a little bit. Oh, I was wrong. Even not moving, though, I had to go the other way, so not moving wouldn't have worked either. Well, let's see, we are 30th. So again, people are falling back. You know, and it's, I don't think I could win by playing par golf, but I certainly should move up, is what will happen. You know, because that's kind of the behavior we start to see, is you start to see that, you know, things do line up, and you start easing your way up. Obviously, you know, getting a stroke down, I would expect to go up, but, you know, we might have been at 29 or something if I hadn't actually gotten a birdie there. So, again, really long hole, 622, 330. Gets me down, but it still basically leaves 300. So, that becomes, you know, the challenge that we're fighting. More to the left than I would have liked. Okay. So now, I'm going to go up here. We're going to go the full swing. Makes it easier. Ooh, a little bit of a hill. Come on, don't go the whole way. Thank you. All right. Long, long way. Okay, we're up. We are headed in the right... Oh! We were headed in the right direction. So again, we were 27. Now we're 26, so that's the thing. It's like, you know, in a field of 156, everybody's playing while you're playing. Or, you know, a lot of people are, again, although by now, I'd say a good portion of the field would be out or be done. You know, we're halfway done with our round. Ooh. It was a good shot. It just didn't have kind of the final result that I would have appreciated. My favorite thing where it changes the swing. Oh my gosh, really? It changes the swing bias. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can put it away. Come on. Alright, gave it back. So now we're up to 19. 28. Alright, 4 iron. I'm going to go the whole way. I mean, I'm getting better at kind of... Ooh. I mean, I had the wind coming, and I thought, oh yeah, we'll be good. No, we won't be good. Oh. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Would have just been a birdie. It wouldn't have been much, but... Alright, so we stay where we're at. And that's the issue, too. Like, when we finish our round, most people will have been done. And so what we're going to start to see is a situation where we don't gain anything at the end like we did the first couple rounds. You know, we maybe move up a spot or two because there's a few people still playing, but it's not going to be significant. Alright, try to get a little more here. Not bad, not great, but not bad. Alright, and we're going to try to get it to go. Maybe. Oh. Very close, very close. Alright, we moved up 1 to 27. Okay, again, 607 yards. So if I can get a nice 300-yard shot, alright, 335. That'll get me close. It's not going to be close enough, I don't think, but we're going to try. See if we can roll up there. It is uphill. We might be. Yeah. I don't think we would have made it, but obviously it would have been better than where I'm at now. Wow. Okay, that is not what I expected. Now it's a little tough. Alright, but we put it in, kept the par, stayed at 27. So nothing terrific. Ooh, the hook is back. Alright, a little bit of a drop. should be kind of close. It's on target, I think. Yes. Alright. Earning a lot of XP that, again, I don't need. But, alright, up to 25. So, we'll see if we can get in the top 20. That would be a good direction. Alright, we're clear of the trees now. That's always been a challenge. The last few rounds, I've certainly not been where I need. Alright, I should be okay. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Alright. Again, a longer putt than I would like. I'm just... man. One little hair. I needed a bit more hair. But we're keeping up. Alright, one more spot, 24. Alright, this may be too much. We're going to pull it back a little bit. It should be okay. It's not that far over. Alright. And I think we're able... It's all downhill is the problem. So again, we're going to need to go kind of slow. It's going to have moved over too much. But at least we didn't go flying by the hole. So that's the most important part of that. Because again, that's a tricky par 3. Because it's really kind of in the wrong space for me, club-wise. Wow, we gained 2 spots there, so that's excellent. You know, and this is a tough hole. Like, this hole in 2K23 would make me really nervous, but because of the swing dynamic here, it's just a bit more reasonable. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, again, straight enough. A little farther than I'd like. But at least we're still on. And again, downhill. So we don't... still off. Wow, that's still... That really went by. Alright. At least my putting is dialed in well enough today. I didn't happen to notice what position I was in. It doesn't really matter. I'm always trying to do really well. So a shorter par 5, only 561. So this now should be drivable for sure. Wow. All right. So this is now, oh boy. This is tricky. Alright, again, curving the right way, so... And that's good, because otherwise it would have splashed right into the water. Alright, and we're going to slow this down. So we don't want to roll too far. And hopefully we can put this in and get ourselves a birdie. Let's end it. So, what did I actually do? Only 1 over. So that is good. Alright, what? We're 12. Alright, but we're still 12 strokes away. So, I mean, position-wise, we're good. But realistically, like, we may not get any closer than 4th, regardless of what people do. Because that's the thing. If you look at everyone ahead of us, you know, they fell a few strokes. But the leader, you know, yeah, he lost 2 strokes to us. But there aren't enough rounds, losing 2 strokes at a round to do it. But really, those first 2-3 holes, 3-4 holes, were pretty bad. We obviously had the bogey on the 10th, but the back 9 really solid. A couple birdies. I mean, overall we were under. Obviously, you can see we were 2 over on the front 9 and 1 under on the back 9. All right, so it looks like I was wondering with the ball if you could evolve, but it looks like that's the max. Like it doesn't even have like the Evo that in theory you can unlock on some of these others, but so I think that's all we can do with it. I was hoping with the play, so we've gained 3.4 thousand followers, so it's really just making up like the one round that fell, so it's not like, oh, we gained 50,000. That could happen at the end. Usually the big groups come along toward the end. But at least now we know, hey, and we moved from 31st, tied for 31st, up to 12th. So, I mean, this was certainly a good round. I mean, it should be a round that gets me having some people saying, hey, this guy's playing pretty well. Let's follow him, which obviously are what followers do. So, with all that said, nothing else to do but wrap this up, and I will see you next time.